Good morning upon you. How's it going? February 2nd, almost 11 o'clock in the morning here in Iowa. It's another beautiful day with a dense fog advisory, but the fog's burning off already. We'll show you that here in a second. I just want to thank you. We've got 56 subscribers now, 57, somewhere in there. So thank you for liking this little startup channel. We started on January 1st and continue on providing those daily forecasts for you, overviews of the United States with some highlights in some areas where things are getting kind of crazy, like California's been. So let's jump in for today. Do comment where you're watching from. I do appreciate that. That's always fun. All right, here's what's going on around the country right now. I think that that green blob in northwest Mississippi, it's been there for days. I don't think that's real. I think someone went crazy with Microsoft Paint and they haven't fixed it yet. So anyway, we'll ignore that. But some river flooding still a concern. Parts of Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, eastern Texas into Illinois, Indiana, parts of Iowa, also South Carolina, and any others that I might have missed there. Wind, a big issue for far west Texas into eastern New Mexico, and then central New Mexico and western New Mexico. So watch out for some wind there. We even have some high wind watches in some areas there. So that low moving through the southern part of New Mexico, causing some issues mainly with the wind. And that storm exiting the Four Corners, but still numerous watches, winter storm warnings, winter storm watches up for the Four Corner states. As we get further north into, we'll go for Wyoming here. It looks like winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings. Same for Montana into Idaho. A little bit of fog in eastern Washington. And then for California, kind of in between storms, but still winter storm warnings for some of the mountains as far south as Southern California almost. Certainly some flood watches in Southern California as more rain is heading that way. Winter weather advisories up in the Sierra Nevada. We still have wind issues around San Francisco and flooding issues just north of that as well. So a lot going on there. And then the fog in the northern plains. Like I said, we were part of the dense fog advisory. In fact, we still are for another hour. But even though it is a little bit foggy, it's mostly lifted. Our visibilities are just fine right now. Here's what's going on the surface from the National Weather Service. Here is kind of like your forecast, really. I mean, we see lows and stationary fronts on the east coast with some light rain showers there and some mix further inland. For the center part of the country, it's showers and thunderstorms, and some of those could be severe in Texas. We'll zoom in on that here in just a bit. Then back towards the Four Corners, it's a mix of rain and snow and heavy snow for portions of Colorado, and that snow stretches all the way through Wyoming, Montana, parts of Idaho. Also Nevada with some snow. Also heavy snow possible for the Sierra Nevada still, with rain showers coming down in California, Oregon, and Washington. So more of the country getting in on the action with the moisture, and those thunderstorms like all the way into Nebraska, pretty far north for this time of year. Here's your severe weather outlook, and it is severe weather possible. This is for later today into tomorrow. For central Texas, that includes you, San Antonio, Austin on the edge. Now, if you include the marginal risk, then we'll throw Austin in there, Dallas-Fort Worth as well, into Oklahoma, Childress, part of that as well. And then the general thunderstorms, a much wider area in the light green. Tornadoes, you say? Well, maybe. I mean, it's a small chance, but not out of question from Corpus Christi to near Houston, back through San Antonio, all the way up to Dallas-Fort Worth, along the Red River, with the Texas Panhandle bordering Oklahoma. So a slight chance of a tornado near you. I wouldn't count on it, but pay attention to your weather just in case. High temperatures today, pretty high. 70s for Florida, parts of Texas into Louisiana, the deep south, and then 60s pretty far north all the way into North Carolina, South Carolina, even up into Missouri. Could see some 60s, and the whole state of Texas 60s and 70s. And then, to find freezing high temperatures below freezing, which should be a lot more of the country than this time of year, you have to go way north in northern New York, up into Maine, parts of Vermont and New Hampshire. So it is quite warm across the country right now. And those 50s stretch all the way to the Canadian border in Montana. So kind of crazy. Here's what's going on tomorrow. Our severe weather threat shifts to the east into Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, and East Texas, with some scattered showers and storms for much of the south and stretching northward into Kansas. Then behind that, it's rain and snow for basically the Rockies into Idaho and Utah, and heavy snow for the Rockies of Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. And then California, here comes another system, heavy snow for the Sierra Nevada, and even some rain-snow mix for the foothills and into the higher elevations of Southern California, and rain along the coast. You included Oregon. Severe tomorrow. Well, we're talking Corpus Christi through Houston, along the coast in Louisiana. Slight chance of some severe weather, some marginal chance here. And even a slight chance of a tornado, Corpus Christi to Houston. So again, if you live in that area, pay attention to the weather. It's not a great big chance, but you're saying there's a chance it could happen. All right, let's go to the GFS model. This is starting an hour from now, noon time, Central Time. Not much going on East Coast. We have scattered light snow showers across the Intermountain West down into the Four Corners. And then that's rain for you, El Paso. And that's rain for the coastal areas of California, Southern Oregon, and stretching inland near San Francisco. So let's put this in motion and see who's going to get what, when, where. And we see our showers and thunderstorms breaking out in central Texas, moving to the east, also along the Red River of Oklahoma. So Oklahoma-Texas border. And again, some of these could be severe, so keep an eye out for that. And again, scattered storms all the way up into Nebraska possible. Behind the low, it's light snow, Intermountain West and the Four Corners. This gets us to midnight tonight. So that's how things look midnight tonight. And as we get into the day tomorrow, some pretty good showers and storms moving into Louisiana, Arkansas, East Texas, Kansas as well. Scattered showers, Nebraska with some rain, embedded thunderstorms, possibly. Pretty heavy snow here in the Rockies of Colorado, stretching up into Montana and Idaho. It's a little lighter for Idaho, but still some snow up here. And our next storm starting to affect California. This is late in the day on Saturday. This is midnight Saturday, Central Time. So late evening, 10 p.m. Saturday for California, as another area of heavy showers starts moving in San Francisco, Central Coast, with some snow up in the mountains. And watch these showers and storms too, moving through the south and making a beeline for Florida. So Florida, you have a chance for some severe weather from these storms, also some heavy rain and some strong storms. This storm is cranking off the coast of California. It's a 985 low. You've got tight isobars, which means a lot of wind, very heavy rainfall here, possibly some embedded thunderstorms, San Francisco north, very heavy snow for the Sierra Nevada, and another big batch of heavy rain, Central California coast moving in. This is as we get later into the day. Sunday, heavy rain perhaps for LA, certainly a little north of that. And we see our showers and storms coming down pretty good in Georgia, moving into South Carolina. Lighter rain back in the south behind that. We're now Monday, moving into Monday, not yet Monday. This is late Sunday, moving into Monday. And you can see just look how windy it is. Again, those tight isobars mean wind. So lots of wind for the Northern California coast. Lots of snow in the mountains. The Cascades of Oregon and Washington getting in on the action on the snow. Nevada seeing more snow. Heavy rain for LA into San Diego again, right? I mean, they already had a strong storm. This is the second one. So we'll keep an eye on that one for you. I'm so sorry, California. And as we move through time, again, this is now late in the day, Monday, more heavy rain for San Diego and Los Angeles. Just inundated with some light snow moving into Nevada and Utah. Rain mostly off the coast here, maybe Jacksonville getting a thunderstorm as we get into the day on Tuesday right here, early morning Tuesday. This rain still coming down, Southern California, snow in Nevada is kind of the only game in town. And then the storm starts to move off to the east, bringing more rain to portions of Arizona, snow in the mountains. Nevada getting some good snows here. Rain for Las Vegas. And as we go through time, this low continues to bring heavy snow for the mountains of Arizona into New Mexico, moving up into Colorado. Some pretty good snows for Utah, Nevada, and Idaho as well. This is Wednesday in the morning right here. As we go through the day Wednesday, showers moving through New Mexico, a little bit of rain for El Paso, snow getting lower in the four corners, and snow getting heavier further to the north as well, and almost to the coast here in southern Oregon. So yeah, the cool air behind the storm, lowering snow levels. You can see some brief thunderstorms moving through the Texas Panhandle. This would be late Wednesday into Thursday morning now. And this low getting its act together here in Nebraska, bringing some rain showers all the way to International Falls, Duluth, rain on February 8th. Are you kidding me? Wisconsin, rain. But behind it, we see some snows and another storm for California with heavy rainfall moving into the San Francisco area and north. So we'll continue to watch this storm as it kind of meanders around. Lots of rain, Nebraska into Minnesota, parts of Iowa. And then as it lifts northward and gets a little stronger, we see now snow in South Dakota. It's been a minute since that happened. Out ahead of it, some pretty good line of storms moving through Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, back into Mississippi, Louisiana. And our next storm for California, moving into Nevada with some snow, northern Arizona with some snow, Las Vegas with some rain, snow nearby, heavy storms again in Southern California. This is Friday morning. But I'm watching this right here because look at this. A little bit of snow sneaks in. Let me back it up one. I live right around here. So possibly a little bit of snow Friday morning for me. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but this looks like a lot as we get into Utah and Arizona and Nevada. So this storm bringing some light snow to me if this comes true. I mean, we're 9 days out now. So this would be late in the day Friday. So some light snow in parts of Iowa and Nebraska, heavier snow with this system down south. And we're going to watch that one too because it's heading my way. Some heavy snow in Arizona as we get into the day Saturday. This is 6 a.m. Central. You see some showers along the Gulf Coast. And I'm watching this storm. Will it bring snow to western Iowa? Well, if this comes true, a week from Sunday, by noon, some heavy snow near Omaha and Lincoln and Harlan, Iowa, and parts of, Des Moines too. So I'm hoping that this comes true because I have snow in the shade, and there's patchy snow, especially where there were the deeper drifts. But temperatures in the 50s again today and much of next week. So most of our snow is going to be gone. So hopefully we can replace it here as we get into our forecast in a couple weeks. I'm excited about that possibility. And of course, computer models change over time, and the further out you get, the less certainty there is. So we'll see. But right now, the Weather Service or the Storm Prediction Center is saying most of the country for the next 6 to 10 days. So this is your 6 to 10 day outlook, February 7 through 11. Warmer than average temperatures, basically Rockies eastward. The exception would be the southern half of Florida, and cooler than average California, Arizona, Nevada, best chance for that, but really the entire West Coast and the western half of the Four Corners. And precipitation, well, it's a precipitation nation. See what I did there? Looks like a good chance of rain, above average chances for rain for California into the southwest, but then that stretches northward into the Intermountain West and even into the plains. Above average chances for above average rain and snow. Make it so, number one. All right. Well, I hope the weather you're having is what you like. Enjoy it no matter what. And thank you for tuning in. The Weather Mike. We'll see you tomorrow.